Earlier, Wilfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I swore we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hedwin, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Allodale there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest if he did not merely skim that chapter of the book. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium, and meet our adversary in the rites. There to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. Closest rival of the Nightwings. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks, and then once one of the triumvirates prevails, there somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Right, so do we have to do this whole like journey and shit for every exile we have? Is that what I'm being told right now? Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this. The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever, and freedom from the downside is impossible. Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So that's it? We climb the mountain, someone goes back in, and everyone else stays. For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall just be a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Wolfred leaves the rest of you consider what he said. There's grammar mistakes in there. That's it. This game's ruined. Literally unplayable. You now have time for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Elodil. Where do you want, Sandalwood? There you are, my boy. There was something that I wish to discuss with you in private. Wolfred stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then... You do know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent still, mere flashes uncontrollable. I see as well now they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know, or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves, other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in the matters. Rather, I had expected when at first we meet, that you already knew the truth from this, having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct rites firsthand shall walk the path towards enlightenment, and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Yeah, I don't think I have, no. I feel like I would have remembered that, actually. Wolfred breaks free from you and looks at you again, then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome, but this journey we are on, it has no guarantees, not for you, nor for any one of us. Do you understand? Yeah, we understand. You understand the words of warning, yet just the same, you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. I admire that, my boy. Then, very well. Know that we have much at stake here, in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back to the Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then we'll have lots more time to chat, as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then, he strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. So we're doing all the work, and we're gonna get fucked in the end. Sounds about right. I don't actually know what that does, so I'm not going to equip it. Mooncrest seems a lot more valuable, considering the amount of times it was proccing. Let's do the global things again. This seems good. Let's go with hope. Let's go. Here before you lies Mount Elodale. Stretching far beyond your line of sight, somewhere upon this mountain, lies only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather around again before Wilfred, who stands tall as ever, whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madame? That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rights. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire, thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rights. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who lived to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up, and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over here. He was tasked with seeking true trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon, and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then why you? Because I have reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hands. The rights, if you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. I mean, yeah. I'd like to know what's going on, thank you. Fulford's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jody raises her voice again. Hold, you mistook my meaning. I understand your plan, still I wish to know why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple really, madame. You are chosen, you are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf. Exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group against which all others would be judged. That group they call the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common right then. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madame. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites, but these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates passed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again sometime. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Wolfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up to the mountain and present you with some options. Emperor's Fall or the Emperor's Ascent. Valuables or a blessing. I'm greedy. Fuck the gods and their blessings. Let's get some loot. You joined Promethea on her brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who tried to scale the mountain, but did not succeed. Wait, I shall be joining you. What now? I get 2 chaperones? But sure, I'm game. Whatever you wingless are into. Lewd. Be silent, little bird. Fetch those trinkets and be done. My, so full of bitterness. You really ought to make the most of these last precious moments that we share. And you ought not to mince your words. Oh, please. We all know you're going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning for a change? I, the first one out of here? Of course, it's plain the others pity you. You've been here longer than the rest of us by far. Besides, maybe that Wolfred. Though he seems plenty happy here, making his speeches. How dare you? How dare you to presume? Nothing is decided as of yet. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Though if by some coincidence you do end up selected for the honor, I just want you to know something. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, do hope we shall prevail on your behalf. Because that way, you shall be free, of me at least, and I, in turn, shan't have to suffer any longer your hideous attitude towards me and everything. Well, that you intervene. Jody's eyes burn with fury, but then she calms herself. I shall see you at the wagon, reader. Promethea scoffs as Jody storms off. I swear that one. Well, moving on. There's something sparkling down there. Be right back. She swoops out of sight, leaving you alone on the mountain. Prometheus soon returned with something that lay long forgotten in the rocks below. After grasping the orb, the bear instantly recovers all stamina. Let's go to the high road. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Jody would say, no sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling him. Oh, it's just, I've been giving lots of thought to everything that Florford's told us. In another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or, I don't mean to put it that way, one of us could go free. We earn our way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. Decide who gets to go, if anyone. This might all be part of Bulford's plan, but we got here thanks to you, and even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Bulford has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. And won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep failing in the rights and be stuck out here together, just like this. The two of you walk on in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Hedwyn turns to you again. Thanks for the company, I think I'm better now. Oh, nice. You got some free XP. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway of carved stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please, follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. Watches over Scribe's Gate. She also has a lute. And how is your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work is piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures towards the rest of you. Now, each of you, in turn, state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Hedwyn the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. I am regarded by the name of Ruki Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my chums preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodario. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is Faye, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwing's legacy, and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion, at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Prometheus Thane. I'm only here because my sister's here. Then as Bulford steps up, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You. I recognize you from the Nightwings of past. You are not clad in the remnants any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we may all stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. Let's go with the old amnesia route. You cannot for the life of you recall a time before arriving in the downside. Details of the Commonwealth are scarce within your mind. Perhaps you wanted to forget the place. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. You just want to see what happens. Just fuck it. I just want to be along for the ride. True freedom. I only want to help some of them. I don't want to help all of them. Fuck Jody. You wish to regain your freedom, not simply to return to the Commonwealth, but to be able to live there in peace. If Fulford's plan shall bring about that peace, then you shall do your part to achieve it. The woman regards you for a time, then nods and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq. I, Celeste. Be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. From the top of Mount Aladale, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you crossed to reach this point as the sky grows dim. The mercy shown. Psst, hey guys. So, just so you're all aware and all, I know how come you're here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know alright. You're here because I got the lowest prices in all of Downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a lot of value here. An awful lot. I'll learn any masteries and choose again. Ooh, +3. I said I was gonna save my money, but also I have some good ones. I'm just gonna keep leveling them up. Probably get that too. Oh, nice. That's one of them scribe snuff fingers there, huh? One dab of those little guys, and you'll be like, "Woo!" Know what I mean? They're pretty popular, but I got my connections, and they got their connection, and they got their connections, and they got plenty more of those. So just come and see me and Dad here later on. We gotta have one back in stock. They're leaving, Dad. Just look at how much we got this time. Fucking Ron. Let's talk to Jody first. Jodariel appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her remnants. Headwing soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Ruki? None as yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. Three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Fulford is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what did I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, rookie. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? I'm feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against a wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there, for good measure. Although, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well. That's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just... we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out... That's been bugging me for a while now. I thought we all were getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwin slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the four of us. We're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do, but we've been here from the start. I want you to know. My promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this. If any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're gonna do whatever it takes here. Takes there on the other side to make the rest of us get back to. What, you think they're gonna build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's gonna take, I just know I have to try. Tridariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you, and to reassure herself. Rookie nods his head in turn, and Hedwin's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solemn awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom. Yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. +1 hope. The Impau Benai. We helped to save my emperor, and when the danger did subside, my emperor Salim Mur, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Goliathan, so that I may yet have mine. You too are now in exile at the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next." We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. Alright, well, let's get going, I guess. Is everyone prepared, Hedwin? Yes, though, several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers in the Reds this night. What happens if we fail? Hedwin, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieved victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight our plan is set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance and seize upon your future chances just as they arise. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. Sudden the music. And set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path.
years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader, but only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Templars. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is presented and prepared. I concur, the pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is presented and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Templars, come forth now and declare yourself. Pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. You know who I am already, but look at what we've got here. The damn Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never gonna see the day again. He takes notice of someone in your ranks. Hey, you. He indicates Jody. She scoffs back at him. Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages. Not in these damn robes. Jodario's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asked. Satisfied. Whoa, you must be new. Jodario soon puts her mask back on. Enough talk. Ha, I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. I should rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind. We gotta stick together. Now, come on. Ignarius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all of you may be ready yet. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
Unworthy. Luckily, I can send Jody home. Oh, you can do that. Sick. They have a crone with plus presence. They all have plus presence. You have automatically gain plus 30 fire. It's pretty sweet. They all have their own bios and stuff too. Oh, I can't. I have to pick these three? Okay.
Edwin.
Wait. No, didn't I click Jody already? Wait. On a restart. I didn't want to click Edwin. I need him still. He's good. Okay, good.
Who most deserves their freedom?
There we go. Okay. Me? Why? Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well then, under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the stakes of this Deep's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Jodariel shall be liberated. Should the Templars prevail, the exile Ignarius shall go free instead. She then turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate, so stride alongside Jodariel and see her return in glory.
Who shall be at her side?
Okay, now I can choose anyone. Ha, sure. No pressure, right, chum?
Sir Gilman.
By this night's honor, he shall do his very best.
It is done.
Very well. The 8 scribes accept your choices, reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the lone minstrel. Now, are you yourself prepared, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Then let us all begin. Nightwings, been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me.
Commence. Sublime. demon whom you face was once a man, long since tainted by the downside, or rather by his crimes. I suspect his penance is not yet complete. I almost pity what transpired there. You left yourselves wide open. Splendid. Such wherewithal. Once more like that and we are finished here. Too bad. The Night Wings proved their worth. An outcome which left little room for doubt. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
God, what a joke. We should have had this. You should have had this. God, all rusty. You've been waiting for so damn long. Damn it. Damn it. Night Wings, be seeing you around, I guess. And next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky. Yeah. That music in the background during that, though. This game. It's so pretty. After all this time, she turns her gaze toward the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this. If that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and my breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now. Farewell then, reader, all of you, for now. Jodariel earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
So grateful is this knight for such a glorious occasion that he is giving strong consideration to performing here and now the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion. No. Why is there a heart in your eye? No forbidden dances, please. Like that one for sure.
May the scribes have mercy on us all.
After your victory over the Tempers in the Liberation Raid, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. I don't know what I'm going to do without her here. Well, look on the bright side. It's one less mouth to feed. We'll see Jodariel again if we persevere. Our journey's now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here. What about the stars? Can we afford the time? About that, reader. Go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Elodale is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Stradariel as you look towards the heavens. You gazed into the darkness of the night. So do I get like free roam now, kind of? Or do we just start from the beginning? What am I looking for? You search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm suspicions. It's as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn, and then where the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words.